I don't know what water was in the Watts family. Same with them. I think outside of JJ and Derek and TJ.
Well, you see their dad, that man doesn't look nothing like an athlete. He got a little pot belly, he got a mustache. He looks not athletic at all. But welcome to episode 32 of Long Lost Pals, our Monica Wright McCall episode.
Period, queen.
Yeah. Big Hooper over there, Big Hooper.
And did. And did. You're right. You're so right for that.
And a couple of things right now I got to clarify. So if we first start recording these, I'm like, I'm never gonna wear the same shirt or something like that. But guess what? We're at episode 32, so I'm repeating outfits, and I probably care even less now. So you'll probably see me repeating everything. I'll probably just wear this every episode from here on out if the Longhorns keep winning, baby, because we won the Red River rivalry this week, made
Took them.
OU look like little scrubs they are. And what a time to be alive. Also, one more disclaimer I want to add before we get into this week's episode. I was listening back, seeing how dumb I sounded, like I always do in our previous episode. And I listened, and had this whole part about getting rolled up. And I know there might be some people out there who are like, "Oh, why don't you just get rolled up by your wife?" Let me tell you something, pal. Watching two white people grind on each other is gives me secondhand embarrassment all the time, and is a top five reason I did not want to marry a white person. But you know what? My wife was my one and only, so we got married. But I do not bump a grind anymore because I do not want to be one of those white couples swaying from side to side with the biggest smile on their face. I'm all about having fun. I'm all about having a good time, but I refuse to be that couple. So that is why, if anybody was wondering, nobody was. Let's get into it. We are a show of sex. I'm Joey.
I'm Corinne, and I'd also like to add some disclaimers for myself because, again, it is Monday night and I'm watching Commanders and Bears game right now. So, if you are watching the episode and you see my eyes averted to off screen, that is what I am
You
looking
shouldn't
at.
care about the show. Corinne doesn't even care about it. But do you know what I'm talking about with the white couples? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I am familiar. I have seen those things. I feel like, hey man, I kind of like seeing it. I like seeing happy couples
That's fair.
being happy, doing, you know what? If my humps is on and Des felt compelled to throw those humps in motion, who are you to not catch them?
Is it
Who
a
are
single hump
you?
or is it what? Let's not get into this. We already made a whole episode about that song.
Literally 30 minutes of my humps, lore, and fucking discussion.
Did I even say my name yet? Did we say our names or no?
Yes, you fucking.
All right. Well, let's get into it. This is
How many drinks have you had, Grandpa?
done. Boys is tired though, man. It's 9:17 my time, which might as well be 1 a.m. for some of y'all. So let's get into it. We're gonna go with our first segment, which is the worst of. And the worst of is a chance for us to go over the worst things that happened in a selected year. We have four parts to this segment: worst released movie, worst song, worst sports moment, and worst piece of miscellaneous news, which can be pop culture, business, or anything else. I believe you went first last week, so it is my turn to go first this week, I think. And if I'm mistaken, my bad. But I will start the timer now. We get 2 minutes for this one. Movie, I'm going Devil Wears Prada. A little user error on this one. So this is 2006. It was that time period where you go to movies or go as a group and be disruptive in the movie theater. So I apologize to anybody that was in a movie theater with me from about 2003 to 2007. How annoying is that shit? But it was a cool thing to see the scary movie. So Corinne still does that cool thing. She likes scary movies. I never liked them. Never was a fan. So you would think you would go to scary movies like with on a date or with a group. So we saw Devil in the Name and we thought it was a scary movie. And it is, in fact, not a scary movie. It's just a movie with, what is it, Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep. Not what I was expecting. My own fault, but still, worst watching experience of the year, especially because I paid to watch it in theaters. Song, I'm going Sexy Back. I hate that goddamn song. I'm a pretty big fan of Justin Timberlake. That song sucks. If you actually have vocal talent, why are you doing auto tune? That whole song, he's got this weird ass voice. Sounds like he's calling somebody, like being a confidential informant for the police or some shit. That song is terrible. I hate it. Never was a fan. Sports, I'm going Jerry Rice retiring as a Niner. So he had retired the previous year, and then he signed a 1 day contract in 2006 to retire as a Niner. And you may be thinking to yourself, Joe, you're a 49ers fan. He's possibly the greatest receiver of all time. Statistically, he is the greatest receiver of all time. Why are you not happy about this? Because he's a hoe. So I went to a golf tournament one time, and it was just me and him, one on one, in a parking lot of a hotel. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, Mr. Rice, can I have your autograph?" I'm like 14 or 15 years old. He said, "Nah, man," and walked away. And that ruined him for me for life. You're the greatest player in franchise history. You disrespect me like that? A small child who called you Mr. Rice? Well, small teenager, or maybe an average sized teenager. You get the point. Jerry Rice, you're a hoe. You should have retired as a Bronco, whatever the hell you were when you already sucked. Last thing, I'm going pop culture news. This one is only the worst for a specific demographic, and that's straight women. In July of 2006, Lance Bass came out as gay. And what an attractive man that women just had to miss out on for the rest of their lives. Gay men, what a come up for you all. And what a come up for Lance Bass himself, being able to be comfortable in his own skin. Great news for him, bad news for straight women. That man, great bone structure, things like that. Looks like he's got some work done in recent years. I'm no expert in that field, but Lance Bass, good for you, bad for women. That is my worst of 2006.
First of all, your song and movie choice for this year, you know, last episode, 1 week ago to the day, I said that was the worst, hottest take that you've ever put down on record.
Wow.
You've somehow managed to outdo yourself 7 days later with the worst movie of 2006 being one of the best movies ever made, arguably.
I said that was user error, though. To be fair, I said that was user error. I didn't say that was a bad movie. It's probably a great movie, but Anne
In
Hathaway's got a good track
Sexy
record.
Back,
That song sucks. That song sucks. Are we
I
gonna make this whole episode about this now? I'm just gonna make references.
I
Uh,
don't understand. I don't know that the show, as soon as you said Devil Wears Prada, I almost closed the laptop. Like I was like, I've heard enough.
There's
I
a
don't
huge disclaimer on that one. There's a huge disclaimer on that one. It is not a scary movie. So if you're gonna make the same mistake, you shouldn't be making this mistake at 35 years old or however you are watching the show. It is not a scary movie. I don't remember anything about it besides, is it Meryl Streep?
yes, Meryl
Large
Streep.
B word in the movie. I think she's the devil that wears Prada, and Anne Hathaway's in it. Um,
The boogity boogity. She
yeah,
was the fucking that was this ghost in
she
the
was the one hopping out of the closet, not like in a gay way, but like not in a Lance Bass way.
all right. Yeah, give me the timer, I guess. I'll just,
You guess you will. Well, thank you for doing.
I'm just done. Like I'm done with whatever just came out of your mouth. I'll go now.
Yeah, you will.
Worst movie of '06, I'm going with Apocalypto, directed by Mel Gibson. First of all, fuck
No,
him.
bad year for him too.
And it is National Indigenous Peoples Day, and I do want to recognize that by saying that this movie is really fucking horrible for Indigenous people and Latin people because I think it's set somewhere in South America. Anyways, it's actually a fire ass movie, but once I actually started looking into it, it's full of a whole bunch of stereotypes and historical inaccuracies out the fucking wazoo. He basically just leaned into the worst tropes that you could have to create these civilizations of people and just threw them on a fucking movie screen. And yeah, not good there. Like I said again, fuck Mel Gibson. That's the worst movie. For the worst song, I got a two-way tie. I Want to Love You by Snoop Dogg and Akon,
That's awesome.
tied with Smack That by Akon. I just don't fucking like that guy, I guess.
Really?
And the only fucking song that I can think of off the top of my head that I do love with Akon involved in it is Great Escape, which is Gwen Stefani's song, and he just has a little bitty verse in there. But yeah, just not a fan of that guy. I don't think that his music was spectacular in any way. His voice is kind of fucking annoying, and I don't want to hear Snoop Dogg sing about sex. I hated that Sexual Seduction song. I don't know when it came out,
That's
but
trash too.
I'll put that motherfucker on here if I didn't miss it. Sports news: Steelers won the Super Bowl this year, so I can't complain about that. However, the NFL implements the conduct rule for excessive celebrations. Exactly. They nicknamed it the Ocho Cinco. Well, not Ocho Cinco rule, but it was named nicknamed the Chad Johnson rule after him. But yes, as you can see now with the crackdown on the celebrations, it started in '06 with them on this bullshit. Now you can't even fucking bend over and goddamn tie your shoe. You're getting a fucking taunting flag or some other bullshit. Pop culture news. I'm going with the death of the crocodile hunter. R.I.P. Steve Irwin, beloved TV personality by literally fucking from Australia to America. Great guy, no scandals from what I can see or anything. His family is still, keeping his memory alive and running all of the conservation and all the stuff. So yeah, bad news for the Aussies, bad news for us. He was a great guy. Any comments on that?
I've never seen Apocalypto. Is Mel Gibson one plays Jesus in Passion of the Christ?
Did he play him in He directed the Passion of the
Oh, he
Christ.
didn't play Jesus.
I don't think that he
He's a
played.
weirdo, man. He was almost I didn't know enough, but he was almost my worst news of this year because he was like saying got a history of racist remarks, and I guess it was a big anti-Jew year for him. And
Which is ironic directing Passion of the Christ. But what can you expect out of these people?
And then songs, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of either of those songs. I wasn't too upset about that. I do like Akon for the most part. Sweet Escape, banger. Yeah, I don't really have any issues. I will say though, like I feel like you're talking about celebration rules now. They're not that bad because I feel like for a while they were terrible. You can I understand like more days nowadays it's like you just can't do like gun style things and like there's very few limitations compared to before. Because like the Minnesota Vikings last year were doing the most in the best way, and that shit was you remember those?
No, what were they doing last
You
year?
need to see this
I didn't watch it.
compilation.
I wasn't watching the fucking
You
Vikings
need to
last year.
watch this compilation. I'll send it to you. I think it was mainly like their whole defense last year. Every time they got a turnover, had fantastic celebrations. I'll send it to you. And then it was like the Seahawks receivers a few years ago too. They all did like synchronized dances and stuff. Great stuff. Uh,
Well, I remember that they were trying to lean more towards group celebrations because those are typically very,
they're great.
like PG-13, they do like the bowling pins or like, like a bomb goes off or something like that, like very like cool and fun and interactive. I think it's the solo celebrations, like, GP is doing he's always got a fucking gun in his hand for some shit. And so yeah, they are trying to crack down on excessive promoting of violence, which is like, where are we? But anyways, that's an entirely different.
Gotta go with that though. Gotta go with that. All right, but anyway, well, on in a political soapbox right now. Next, we're gonna get into our second installment of You Nasty. And this is like a cousin to the boomer moment of the week, but instead of complaining about anything, we vent about things that people do that we personally think are disgusting. I don't know, I said are disgusting. We get 1 minute for this segment. Karen, you are first. Who's nasty and why are they that way?
I don't even think this is going to be subjective. I think that everybody finds this objectively fucking disgusting. The weather is, well, not there, but here the weather is coming down. People are starting to cough and sneeze. You know what people aren't starting to do? Cover their fucking mouths.
Mm.
I don't want to see you coughing all over the place. And I hate to say it, but I'll at least take you coughing into your hand. I feel like I'm going to be asking too much for you to cough and sneeze into your sleeve, which is what I do. I'll even pull this one. The least you could fucking give me is coughing into your hand. I know your dirty ass is going to go touch 15 doorknobs and you're going to go touch sink faucets and cabinets and all the other in cars and every fucking thing around me, but I wash my hand 99 times a day. So I'll get those germs off. You just coughing all over the fucking place. I ain't got no shit for that. It's going to get to me. You know what? This is why we had a problem with people wearing masks. That's my you nasty this week because y'all are fucking nasty.
99 problems. Washing our hands ain't one. I will say, yeah, it's gross. My kids sneeze on me and cough on me all the time, though. That's like, I'm just like, all right, it's whatever. Like, I'm talking about sneeze in my face. I'm just like, oh, well, I also have your shit on my finger, so it's fine. Um, I guess it's time to get into my you nasty. And mine is definitely subjective, but I'm gonna lay it out for y'all right now. My you nasty of the week is dedicated to you, potluck princes and princesses out there. I hate me a goddamn potluck, and I specifically hate a work potluck, especially if you work at a big company. Worst thing, certain times of year, around Thanksgiving time, around the Super Bowl, every company feels like it's a great idea to have a potluck. Bitch, I do not want to eat anything you're cooking up at your house if I don't know you on a personal level. And then I tell people that, and they think it's some kind of challenge to get me to try something they had prepared. People got cats climbing on the counter, People are coughing in their hands. People are tasting it with their finger, putting it back in there. If I don't know you, if I haven't gone to your house and seen that your house is immaculate, or I don't trust you as a person, I'm not eating shit you prepare. All your casseroles, all that shit. I'll do the store bought. And the worst is when you're like, I was like in a leadership role and it was like you had to pay to participate or something. And I feel like, or I had to bring stuff because I felt like I needed to participate. I wouldn't eat anything in return. It's the worst. Potlucks are disgusting. And people who stack up their plate to the goddamn sky like they're at a CC's buffet, I question your integrity. I question your cleanliness. And I question a lot about your personality because why the hell are you putting this much trust in somebody that you don't know on a personal level? That is my you nasty. Potluck, princes and princesses. Act like you've eaten before. You don't gotta, it's not your only free meal. Relax. Putting shit in your pocket to go, putting foil over it. If I do make a plate, it's because people are pressuring me, and you know what I'm doing, flipping that bitch, putting it in the trash, and stepping down on it, so you don't know what was in there. Store-bought desserts. That's all
I
I eat.
gotta say, I gotta say, I'm not that stingy with a pot. Now, I mean, I'm stingy with what the food looks like and shit, but some of that shit be looking good. I can't pass up a free meal. That's just how I'm rocking. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Passing that shit up every time. Disgusting. Disgusting. It's
I'll make me a little
one of
plate.
my bugaboos. I don't like salad bars either. Stuff like that. Like I do like pizza buffets and stuff. Certain thing about like people just dishing it out themselves, and then people get really bold with these choices. Well, I'm gonna make my famous macaroni salad. Please don't. Nobody wants that
Yeah,
shit.
now there's certain shit like I'm not gonna lie, the whites be doing whatever with their mac and cheese. If your fucking mac and cheese got peas and shit in it, fam, you
Hot
got
fire.
fucking you got potato salad with raisins in it. Fuck are y'all doing out here?
If
Keep
you
it.
if you eat any potato salad made by somebody else that's not from like a barbecue restaurant,
That's
I'm
fair.
questioning you. One
That's
of the
fair.
biggest icks my wife ever gave me, we moved to our house in Austin. Our neighbor brought over potato salad. First of all, that shit had olives in it, which is like one of my two bugaboos of shit I don't eat. White lady. Put olives in it, and it was also just potato salad. My wife was eating it. I was like, I literally want to throw up right now. This is one of the most disgusting things I've seen. I've never been less attracted to you, and I'm very attracted to you. But in this moment, good Lord, if we ever file for a divorce, I'm citing that from 8 years ago. And that is you nasty, because y'all are potluck friends. Next, we're gonna get into preguntas. Now, preguntas is a segment where we get to ask each other a random question, and we're not trying to culturally appropriate, just an objectively cooler word for questions. We get a minute for this segment, and I believe it is my turn to ask you first. Is that right?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Special.
I'm doing it.
Special.
All right. My question for you, and I'm going to try to word most of it before I start the clock because the wording for this was a challenge for me. Okay. So, if you could only listen to one musical artist for the rest of your life, who would you listen to? But the one stipulation is you can also only watch movies that they've been in. So it has to be musicians that have been in movies, and you can also only watch their movies. Does that make sense, or I need to like give you an example? 1 minute. Ponder.
I don't have to ponder.
Christian Ponder.
It's either going to be Will Smith or Jamie Foxx.
Whoa!
Right there. Now, on the musical side of shit, obviously not
Enjoy
strong.
listening to Switch for the rest of
Not
your life. That trash ass shit.
I know you hate that movie. I know you hate that song. I'm not a big hater of that song. I actually enjoyed waking up and listening to that on MTV videos in the morning when I was getting ready for school.
Oh,
I
sick.
would say either those two or go to J
Hell
Lo.
no.
Go to J Lo. That's my three. That's my three that filmography and music. There's not a whole lot. There's not. I mean, there's like what, maybe like Ice Cube, but
Jamie Foxx is a good one.
fuck him. Jamie Foxx is pretty stacked on both sides. Him and Will Smith get.
Why'd
There's a
you
lot
just why'd you disrespect Ice Cube just now?
of actor rapper
Why'd you disrespect him? I thought you said
because fuck him
why?
because he's a Trump supporter.
Ice Cube?
He performed at his fucking inauguration.
No.
Google it, my guy.
I believe
Fuck
you.
him. And now he's talking about, I can't believe they're deporting all these people. Shut your fucking stupid ass up.
Why are
I
you
don't want
talking like
shit
he's
else out your
Chef
mouth.
from South Park? That's how we
You
talk.
shut your goddamn ass up, Ice Cube. Nobody wants to hear you talk anymore, motherfucker. But yeah, so I would say those are my three options: Will Smith, Jamie, or J Lo. You wrote the question, so who did you have in mind when you wrote
It
it?
was tough. It was a tough pull because Will Smith is clearly the best actor. Well, I think Jamie Foxx is a really good actor too. I think he's a little underrated. Jamie Foxx is a great pull, and I don't think that's somebody I listen to. I mean, somebody I would have thought of because I don't have a huge. I mean, he's got the slow jams feature. He's got Unpredictable, that whole album. I don't like blaming it on the alcohol. I think that song kind of sucks. But overall, very talented guy. So that's a good pull. Will Smith, I couldn't do the musical aspect. Like you're telling me all I could listen to was just the two of us and Switch and Big Willie style for the rest of my life. Absolutely not. J Lo is one of my top three. I think Tupac is a good pull. Had he been alive longer, he would have had even more movies. But I like Juice. Poetic Justice is a good movie. Above the Rim, interesting movie. We'll just keep it at that. But he's got some movies. But I feel like, I mean, like I said, his career is cut very short. But good music, obviously.
Yeah.
50 Cent has been in some decent movies as well. I could listen to In the Club for the rest of my life, or not In the Club. I could listen to Get Rich or Die Trying for the rest of my life.
Banger.
So those would be the other ones, and then J Lo. So I'm thinking 50 Cent,
Pac.
50 Cent, Pac, or yeah, J Lo is up there too. Although I can't think of any J Lo movies off the top of my head I actually enjoy. I just know she's in a lot, and I know there's some versatility in her music. So she'd probably be third on the totem pole, but she's on there.
You probably saw enough where she was in the abusive relationship.
No, I don't think so. You should
Yeah.
just pick The Weeknd. He had that really good movie that came out recently. Just another who you wanted to pick. Great score on Rotten Tomatoes. Look it up if you haven't seen it. And that wraps up. No, it doesn't. You got a minute to ask me a question.
That wraps up your half of the segment.
I was proud of that question. That took me a
That
while.
was no, that was a good one. That was a good one. But like having had this conversation, not like having had the conversation, but being in the realm of like the discourse, I've already heard like the Will Smith and Jamie Foxx debate. And so I've already thought about that.
Well, it's because, and last thing I'll say is because unpopular opinion, I almost think I've asked people this question frequently. Who is more talented actor, Denzel Washington or Will Smith? And sometimes I lean more Will Smith because Will Smith has more versatility. I feel like Denzel Washington doesn't make a bad movie, but I feel like his roles are typically fairly similar. I feel like I feel like Will Smith has a lot more range. He makes a lot more shitty movies, but I feel like he also has more range than. So that's my hot take is that he is potentially better actor than Denzel Washington. Although I
That's
like Denzel's movies better.
that's a fair discussion that we can have off camera sometime. All right. My question, a lot more simple. Who are your top three hottest NFL players? Go.
Oh man, oh Sam Hartman. He's a
Of
bona
course.
fide hottie. You know who that is?
I'm gonna have to look him up.
He's like third string for Washington, third string quarterback.
Hartman.
Sam Hartman. Just beautiful man. Anybody would say so.
Oh, you like a nice head of hair on him, don't you? You
We had a
like that?
great he had a great beard for a while too, like the picture perfect beard that like
Okay. All right. He's giving like white Fred Warner. All right. Go ahead. Number two.
uh, this is tough, man. I feel like there's a lot of not hot people in the NFL, man. In sports
It's
in
a lot
general.
of good looking ones too.
That's fair. I just feel like when guys passing out the stuff, if he's real, that he's being like, oh, athleticism, I'm gonna give you all that. Looks, I'm not gonna give you much of that for some of them. This is terrible. I got to think.
Nobody on your Niners?
Christian
Because I just
McCaffrey.
mentioned one who's like top 10 of all
Well, you
time.
said Fred Warner earlier today. I've just never looked at him like that. I just look at him as a linebacker. I don't objectify him. He's just a great football player. Um,
Are you a
Jimmy
Jimmy G
Garoppolo's a
lover?
good-looking guy. This is looking like I'm only going to date whites. What's going on with that? Let me get. It's like I got to go by position or something, man. This is tough.
Okay, how
Um,
about quarterback? Give me a quarterback.
I already gave you two. Um,
Jimmy G?
yeah, and Sam
Oh, I
Hart.
thought the other guy was a what's it called?
No, it's that handsome man's quarterback. It's the only thing he could play looking that good. Um,
How about somebody on defense?
so I'm trying. This is tough. Mm, oh, Odell Beckham. Duh. Like, duh.
That's a good looking
Anybody
guy.
denying that is a goddamn liar. That man is like, they chiseled him out of stone and like, you want to talk about all the looks? Yeah, that's him. Also loved his brother on
Oh,
I can't think of the name of the show, but
was it Love Is
Love
Blind? Is that what
Island.
it
His
was?
brother's
Oh,
fantastic.
Love Island. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Sweet guy. Love Serena. Love them together.
yeah,
Amazing. I didn't
from
watch the
Houston
show,
too,
but I know
I
what it.
believe. She's from Houston too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, good for her.
Yeah. What's
Okay,
UTSA?
so you had Sam Hartman, Jimmy G, and Odell.
And that's off. I mean, that's off the top. But Odell's not even playing right now. So is that cheating by saying that?
No. That counts. I'll give you that one. He's
No.
trying to. He's suspended, but he'll come back.
I don't even like. Let me get back to that too, because Jimmy G is like. I feel like that's just like a peer pressure pick. Like
I
everybody
don't
thinks.
understand. I don't
Oh,
get the hype.
there's that guy that like he plays for the Bengals. I think he's a receiver, and like he's got like
Andre Yoshibas.
yes, that's the one everybody's like obsessed with right now. And
Are they?
obviously it makes sense. I've seen like I think he has like his own little space on TikTok because people think he's attractive or something. So
No, he's a cutie. I love him. He was my honorable mention for my. I
you
was
go.
my three. I got Jalen Hurts, of course.
Oh yeah, duh. That was right. It was
That
right
was a
there.
give
It
me.
was
That
right
was a
there.
give me.
It was right there.
Fred Warner, and just because I'm a little biased, TJ Watt, I think he's a cutie. But honorable mention, I went
That
with
is so biased. There ain't no way he's top three,
TJ's a cutie. Well, that's why I said I'm a little biased.
but it's kicking in big time.
He's cute. He's a cutie. He's a good looking guy, but I feel like his skill. Come on, this guy's a fucking. Have you watched his highlights? He's a fucking lion out there. That guy is. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That
Hey,
elevates the. It's
and
kind of
being
like Jalen Hurts being that fine and then going out on the field and throwing for 200.
yeah, Jalen Hurts, that was a no-brainer. He's definitely taking Jimmy G's spot. So I got Sam Hartman, I got Jalen Hurts, and then I got Odell. But then I also like, yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
TJ though, you're tripping with that one. I mean, like
Oh, TJ, he's so cute. Definitely the cutest Watt. And I feel like I've said that on this show before. I'll say it
JJ
again.
got to do something with that hair, man. It's come from
Definitely.
a long guy again. JJ is putting a lot of work into it, not
Oh
getting
no,
rid
is he
of
going
it.
bald?
No, he's not going bald. He's just like
Oh,
trying to have that commentator hair, and it's just a weird look.
she's.
Um, you look it up.
I'm gonna have to.
All
Yeah, I'll
right.
have to.
Now we're going to get into quick news. And quick news is just a chance for us to hit on four current event or news stories that happened that vary in topic. It's a weekly segment that we do that we never miss. And we get 2 minutes for a segment. We never really actually get 2 minutes. It's usually closer to three. And Karen, you have the first question.
usually
Fire
closer to.
away.
It's usually closer to 10. A third member of the Antetokounmpo family, give me some break on that name. I just heard it pronounced for the first time 30 minutes ago, is now part of the Milwaukee Bucks organization. They signed Giannis, not pronounced Giannis, Giannis's brother Alex, to a two-way contract or a 2-year contract.
Two-way.
Is this a smart move for the Bucks?
They got shit to lose. Like they're like a very small market team. He's the greatest. He's a top three player in the league, the greatest player they've had since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like good for them. Sign the whole family. I'm sure his dad give him a job, whatever makes him happy, because like some stuff had leaked about him potentially wanting to go to the Knicks. So yeah, sign everybody. He's got one more brother. I'm waiting on his contract too. Diane Keaton died this past Saturday, and upon her passing, Al Pacino, her on again, off again ex fling, has stated that she was the one that got away and he regrets not marrying her. Do you think Diane will haunt him forever for making her death about him?
Oh, fucking brother. Wrap it the fuck up. You're 99 years old talking about, damn, I should have married that girl. Shut the fuck up, Al Pacino. You dated her on and get off again for 20 fucking years. Save your fucking, you can stuff your fucking sorries in a sack, mister. Shut your ass up. Anyways, Turning Point USA is offering a counter programming Super Bowl halftime show called the All American Halftime Show. Who do you think is going to headline that boo boo ass shit?
I've never heard of something I want to watch less than that. So I'm not a huge patriotic guy. There's two patriotic songs I like. Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen, aka The Boss. And I'm pretty sure he hates Trump and everything he stands for, so they're not going to feature him. Lee Greenwood, Proud to be an American. What a fantastic song. I don't know anything else about him. I hope he's not problematic as shit. It's like when I had the NASCAR hat and I'm like praying to God there's nothing wrong with whoever's hat I had. I think it was Jeff Gordon. Either way, um, nobody worth a damn. Some country artist that nobody gives a shit about, or Kid Rock. And if they're calling that like about faith and family, they should not sign Kid Rock because that is not the guy to do it. What a lame fucking thing. I hate it so much, and I can't wait to not see what Facebook is saying on the night of the Super Bowl. The Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals. He is now on his third NFC North team of his career. When y'all are getting him, man, he's got to finish the cycle. He's got to play a few games in the Steelers uniforms. He replaces A-Rod next year. Y'all love some old worst quarterbacks.
You know what? I fuck with Flacco. The Browns, I'm not sure what they was thinking doing that trade, man. Y'all got nothing but babies in the quarterback room. Who's gonna be the grown up? Who's gonna save y'all when fucking Dylan Gabriel can't get 200 yards and
Shador.
Shador weak ass is throwing picks all over the place? I don't know what the Browns are thinking with that. All I can say is thanks for doing that because we got a fucking dub off of y'all, and I'm sure we're gonna stomp on your ass the other time that we play all this season. Joe Flacco, we play him on Thursday. We'll see how this goes.
It's crazy because I think it was 2 years ago. And he's the Browns quarterback, and he had like this renaissance, and he was so good. And then he's like kind of hitting a wall again. He's old as hell for NFL standards, not like in actual life. Um,
I respect Flacco. You know, he when he was on the Ravens, he was tearing our asses up.
we beat the Niners in the
Uh,
Super Bowl. Let's not even talk about this anymore. It's the road I don't want to go down. RIP Jacoby Jones, though. He was a former Texan. We're now going to get into recommendations. Recommendations is where we split a minute to recommend something we want you to watch, listen to, do, anything like that. And Karen, you can give the first recommendation.
in honor of it being Indigenous Peoples Day, I want to give a shout out and a rec for a show this time again on Hulu called Reservation Dogs. It's like a coming of age show, funny. They got nominated for Emmys, Golden Globes.
Hold on.
It's a, you know, coming of age show about a couple of teenagers who live on a reservation for natives, and just coming up in that type of hood. And really good show, really funny, really quippy, very informative, of course. Yeah, go check that out. 3 seasons, quick 30-minute episodes, easy watch.
Watch like the first episode of that because it really appealed to me, and then I just stopped. Not because it wasn't good. I just don't know. Probably because we had too much shit to do and not enough time, or too many shows to watch and not enough time. I'm recommending another podcast, and this one is for parents out there. It's called Good Inside with Dr. Becky. So it's like a parenting podcast. Um, I don't really give a shit about a lot of things, but I am trying to be the best parent I can be and the best spouse and best friend I can be. It's always a constant quest for me. She just gives some great insight on like parenting techniques and things like that. It's a recent new listen for me, but again, just trying to be my best and the shit I care the most about. So if you're a parent who aspires to be a better parent and better than your parents, even if your parents are great, great podcast for you to listen to.
Nice.
And they're like 20, 30 minute episode. Oh, I mean like 30 minutes to an hour. One
Is
episode
every,
had the situation from Jersey Shore, and his wife. Thought that was really random, but no, it's good. She has a book too, I think, which I will be buying soon.
is it like every episode is kind of like focused on one specific topic, or is it just kind of like general parenting shit every episode?
It's a different topic. Like the other day was like getting them comfortable with like consent, and then there's like different ones. There's like the parent grandparent dynamic, back
Mm.
to school stuff about screen time, all that stuff. But I,
Oh,
I
that's a good recommendation. People definitely need that right now.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. But if you're one of those like throw some dirt on it, like old school tough parents who are gonna raise some school shooters, it's not for you. Although you're probably one that should be watching it. Also, I'm not making light of school shootings, but what I'm saying is some of you, if you were better parents, some of this shit wouldn't happen. That wraps up episode 32 of Long Lost Pals. We appreciate you tuning in. We've got more listens recently. I don't know, all of a sudden, maybe my Spotify was glitching, but all of a sudden, either one of y'all has been listening to each episode 8 times a piece or something like that, or 3 times a piece. But whoever's boosting those numbers from 0 to like 3 or 4, we appreciate it because I was posting that on Spotify for no reason for the longest. That bitch was double goose eggs every single time, views and downloads or listens and downloads.
Hey, like and subscribe, fam. You
Yeah,
gotta
like and subscribe.
tell them.
You need to put that little blurb. You know how people put that in a little corner. I think it pops up when you're supposed to. But like and subscribe, man. Like and do it. If you enjoy
Like this
it.
shit. Subscribe to us.
And this is the last thing. There's not many of you that watch this. There's not many people that you that watch it and probably like it. Some of you probably watch because you're supportive, Courtney. And some of you might actually enjoy it. And if
My
that's
mom.
you, be a friend, tell a friend. I don't know. I think it's Pat McAfee show that says that. Someone says be a friend, tell a friend. I don't know who that is, so I'm
I
not sure
don't
to look
think
that
that you
up.
can steal their shit. It
That's what I'm
won't.
saying. I don't know who it is. I'm saying the sentiment is real. If you enjoy it, tell people about it. So, we're not doing this for no reason. Because for a while, we are getting like 3 views. I was like, God damn, I'm enjoying this, but where is the payoff, baby? I'm not trying to get famous or anything, but shit, 3 views? That's not even worth the time commitment. But do what you got to do. But at the top of that to-do list should always be staying fly. Wow.